Hello, how are you? As you can see, I've got a few projects on my table today. One, I've been working on this little farm stand, which once I get it tweaked the way I want it, I will do a how to build it video. Um, right now I'm just trying to see how I want it built and how I want it structured. But I wanted to show you, I got this from a cardstock on Amazon, and it's got old antique like looking pieces, and this one was a preserves canned fruits and jelly and how to preserve it and stuff, and I put it on this board, which I did not realize until I got it on here that it was not straight. But I'm thinking on putting it in here, kind of like that, and doing some fruit stand stuff around it that you can change for each holiday. Trying to get my cord to plug in down here. There we go. But I wanted to kind of show you guys what you can do if you had a little fruit stand that you can make at home. And I got stuff everywhere because, yeah, that's just how it is when I'm creating. But I wanted to do like that. And then I'm going to take the green foam that you put in the bottom for the tree, and I'm going to paint it white so it matches. But it's not really going to be seen much except for on the two sides, because I am putting a plaque here to put my farm stand, Hutchinson farm stand on from here to here. So this is going to get covered. Up here, I want to do, and yes, I go through and cut a lot of my leaves and stuff already, so I put them in bowls, like containers like this, which are great from the Dollar Tree. Love them, love them. I have them in blue and gray. And I also keep my little small sayings in here. And I found these, which I thought was a really awesome find. They had them at Hobby Lobby, and they were 99 cents regular, and I got them for 50 cents because they had a half off day. But I thought about doing a chalkboard front and possibly putting this off to the side, and then inside is going to have the greenery or whatever you want to do. But I thought about doing this one as a pumpkin farm for the fall. So I'm going to stick these down in here. And like I said, once I get it finished the way I wanted, I will show you how to build one of these. Literally everything here is from the Dollar Tree except for this paper. Or you can just leave it blank in the back. I just found it really cool, that piece of paper, very cool, so I wanted to find a way to incorporate it into something, and that's just where it kind of made sense for me, was within this little farm stand. And you can just get those, they got smaller pumpkins too that you can try to get. And then I'm going to, like I said, put a sign here, kind of like this, but bigger. That's going to cover this whole thing. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put this on the side just to kind of give it some kind of outside look, because this can stay on it all year round. It's not going to do much difference. You can change these out and put apples and put greenery, or you can put flowers in there, whichever you want. but I wanted to kind of give you guys a glimpse of something that I was working on. But the other thing I want to show you is not wood. It's actually, this is the inner tube that comes in the mesh rolls, which I do a lot of mesh wreaths, so I have a lot of these. But you can use a toilet paper roll too. If you do, I would suggest cutting one and wrapping it around the other and kind of making it thick. These are really good because they're really thick and sturdy. And these are from the Dollar Tree. They're little planter plates. They come in clear, so you can paint them any color. I frosted mine, which I thought came out really, really good because it's frosted. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this with my little Waverly paint. The frosted paint is just because it's clear when you spray it with spray paint. Then if you do it just right, it'll layer itself to make it look like it's frosted. Which, if you guys want me to one day, I can do a little tutorial on how to spray things to make them look frosted. Now, I'm only painting this white because I am going to wrap it in burlap, and I don't want the brown to come through, especially with the trays being all white. So I'm not going to do a perfect paint. It's just literally just to do some coverage, which this chalkboard paint is awesome at covering things. It usually only takes maybe 2 coats, where the acrylic could take layers. I have seen people use, instead of using like the Waverly or the Deco, they actually get the big paint cans of chalk paint. Especially if you're doing a lot of projects, it's really good. I tend to use a lot of spray paint, and then if I want to dull it down or whatever, then I do a layer of the chalk paint over it. But that way I make sure it's got good coverage. It's usually because I like things to go quicker. I'm a little mastermind once I get it to go in the way I want to. I'm usually not very patient on paint at all. So we're gonna just get coverage. Alright, let's see if I can get a good hold on her. There we go. And no, I don't get my fingers done like a lot of contributors because I do work with a lot of wood. So I just break them in like a heartbeat anyway, so I don't see wasting my money trying to get my nails done anymore when I'm doing all this, because I did have my nails done quite a bit before, and yeah, I end up breaking them within a day or two, even when you get them done professionally. So I just tend to not do it. Save my money, spend my money on arts. I'm gonna show you a piece of wood here in a few minutes, and just kind of give you guys a heads up. If you got people who like sawmills that do the cutting of the wood before it goes to your Home Depots and all that stuff, if you get with them, they always have scrap. And my particular one here just does a burning once a week of all their scrap. So they let me come in and pick wood literally out of their bins. As a matter of fact, next week, this is the pine. Next week they're going to be doing cedar. And he told me that to come by Thursday or Friday and pick all the cedar wood I want out of it. So that's really cool that he lets me do that. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to wrap it in burlap. lap out, but I didn't. So sorry for that. But I had this really pretty burlap ribbon that I found at Dollar Tree. It's really cool looking. And I'm thinking on, as everything falls, thinking on doing it in this direction. That way there's a wrap on each side. That'll keep it pretty. And then tuck it into the ends so it looks like it's ever flowing. So let's go ahead and cut that one, and then now these burlap ribbons that they got, they're great for making little small wreaths. They're great for making bows. They're just awesome. You get about 3 feet. I think it was 3 or 6 feet. And the mesh and all that kind of, I get mixed up which ones get which, but yeah. So you don't have to really wait for the paint to dry, because the good thing is it's going to mesh with the white anyway. And I'm going to put the bead of glue straight down the middle, get this side and that side on, and then glue the ends together so that way it looks like it's all one piece. Let's see if my hot glue's ready. I am in the middle of getting a new hot glue gun because this one is starting to go out on me. And when I get that one, I will show you guys that particular glue gun because it is called Surebond, and it's supposed to be like a Loctite bond, which I will enjoy. And if I got the right one, I think I did, it's cordless. So you just stick it in its dock when you're not using it and then pick it up, and that way you ain't got a cord in your way either. I want to make sure this one is directly on the same realm. And what we're doing is we're just making a small tray that you can put your decorations in on your table. And make sure when you're laying burlap like this that you rub from the inside out. That way you're pushing the bubbles out. Alright. Now the fun part. Getting this to lap just right. Work it. So we're going to put, I'm going to do a little wider shake on this side because I want to be able to get both sides down. I'm taking my fingers and pinching it just so it's almost like a zipper. You want to make sure it closes up. There we go. And then more down here. Okay. Now this side's going to overlap just a little bit in some places. There we go. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Like I said, my glue gun is dying on me because I use it so much. Now this is just one of the cheapo glue guns that you can get from Walmart or whatever store that you get your crafts from. This is wonderful. This is from Dollar Tree. It's actually in the makeup aisle. It's a makeup scraper for your face. And it's silicone, so it works great with the hot glue. That way you don't have to touch the hot glue and it doesn't burn that heck out of you. And then just trim off your excess at the bottom. Cut it around. I make a mess everywhere I go, so don't mind me. This bottom one does not want to match. Let's try a little bit more. And the scraper keeps disappearing. There we go. Now he's settled. So he's hanging. Alright. And there you got your middle stem. Now, I suggest, and I got them in a bucket because it's just the easiest way to put them up. But I suggest putting some of these rocks that the Dollar Tree has. Let's get them cut open. Alright. Which this is great to keep because you can make that into wire mesh in between and behind things. I just suggest a few when you do this. And that's just to keep the weight so it doesn't toddle over. But here's your bottom one. We're going to go ahead and glue her down. As soon as we find where we're setting her. There's been a little prayer. Alright, so she's actually good right there. She's good there, so we're good right there. Take the glue gun. Cut you around. Glue her down. You know it's good and silver, where it's not going to move. Now, don't just drop them down in there because you're going to break the plate. Just kind of roll them. It is plastic, but it's still not. It's a thin plastic. That guy just fell on the floor. Now we're going to do the top. So, looks like I need a little more glue. And my glue gun. And if nobody's ever taught you this little secret, stick a little bit of glue on the back. Poke it through. And stick it to the other glue stick and it'll feed itself. That way you're not fighting with it. Great secret I was told many years ago. I think it was my grandmother. Somebody in my family that was artsy like me, and It's me shaking. I'm just kind of doing the stability test, but you can tell she ain't going nowhere. She's not going nowhere. Now, you can get at Hobby Lobby, you can get a little metal piece to put here to kind of decorate it some more. But I went ahead and painted, which I gotta put a new battery in this one because I used it up. But these little tea lights from Dollar Tree are great. This particular lamp takes the tea light. I'm gonna have it turn on. Set it in the center. And since we're into the fall season, we've got fall decor. We got this awesome skeleton head that lights up too. He just needs a new battery himself. Which I think I've got another one over here if I can pop this one out. Oh, looks like they glued that one in. I'll just give him a new battery. But he lights up too, so I'm gonna put him down in the bottom. And I got this box of different pumpkins, and I got the ones for Halloween that are darker. Ones like this. This came from Hobby Lobby. We also got, if you want to do the decor for Thanksgiving, they got little stuff for that. I mean, it's a pretty cool set. It's also got pine cones, so you can kind of stroke them around. And then, of course, you take your sunflowers, your clippers. Yeah, scissors don't cut these very well, so you have to use wire clippers, which you can get at Walmart in the area where the burlap is. They're usually right in that area by the flowers because of the wire cutting, the wire stuff you can buy there. And we'll take it. Make you a little tray to put in the middle of your table. You can take this lace too if you want to and trim it and kind of just fold it in on both sides. But it gives you a two-tier tray to decorate for any holiday that's coming up. You want to do Halloween, do it all in Halloween. If you want to do summertime, you can do the beach type thing. The fall, the other ones you can do is apples and all the pretty flowers and all that stuff. I found this lighthouse. It actually came in like a teal color, but it looked like it was whitewashed with the white. So I went ahead and painted one of them all white just for that. You can also in the summertime put roses in it. Just cut them and kind of bush them around. You can do it. They got a bunch of different type of tea lights that you can put in the center. You can also get one of the tea light and put it in a hurricane, a short hurricane, and stick it in the center and then put your decorations around it. In the bottom, if you want to, I know some people do this a lot, they decorate the top and use the bottom for candy. That's great. You know, the kids know where to get a piece of candy from or whatever. You can take little plastics and make trays in the bottom so that way you have different candies not mixed together if you want. It's just a cute, you know, cute little tray that you can have for decoration. And I thought it'd be cute to show you guys, especially this time of year, because everybody wants to decorate for the holidays. Which I'm fixing to take this and put it in my dining room and decorate for Halloween, since it is my oldest daughter's favorite holiday. Me and my middle child are both Christmas loving babies, and my oldest, because she was born in October, is 100% into her Halloween. So we majorly decorate for both, and then we majorly decorate for, see how solid that is. And like I said, I put just a few rocks in there to keep it from, keeps the stability in it, which helps. Put that aside. And then I'm going to show you another little project that I did. I got many to come with these little bells and everything for Christmas too. But let me move these out of the way because I need to be like right here. But I also did this project the other day. And this bottom is just one of the, not the short round boxes, but they got a bigger one that's got decorations kind of etched into the top of it. This is the bottom of it. The top I'm going to use on something else. And then these are two of the, I'll think of the name of them in a minute. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. For some reason I'm having a brain fart. But I just stain them in my Waverly stain, which you guys tend to like more. It's called Antique Wax. And glued it together. And it makes a cute little small piece for by your TV, or if you've got shelving units in the shelves, or even in your kitchen on your counter, just kind of sitting in the corner. Now I cut one of these type flowers. You can use any type of flower, and then glued it to one of these, and it kept it on a little bit of a stem because it helps keep it stabilized when you weed it through the back a little bit. And that way you don't have to glue it down, because you don't want to have to glue it, because then you can't change it out for the holidays. And then I got a pine cone, which I put it on this side. Once I get it stable in there. I also took pics of just the limbs that are browned that come in some of them. And then I had just to decorate the corners. And you got yourself a little corner piece. It's really cute that you can change out. Like I said, you can take this section out and put whatever flower you like. If you like them, you can put them in. In the summer, you can put your roses in that corner. You can put little apples instead of the pine cone. You can put an apple here, or just keep the big ball and put 2 apples. Then you have an interchanging block. You just want to make sure whatever you use is really small and dainty. Now my other project that I'm working on are these tags. And I'm going to use these for making my Christmas wreaths. And what I'm going to do is, I have a friend that has a very awesome calligraphy hand to write from Santa. And I'm going to attach these to my little wreaths for Christmas. I thought that would be a cute little touch with them. I also make presents. I wrap a square frame, make it look like it's a present, and bow it And then I can stick this in the bow and it'll come out and it'll say from Santa. So we have little projects going on. Nothing major like we've been doing. We've been doing little projects here and there. I bought these circles from Amazon, which you guys saw in one of the Amazon hauls. And I am actually doing a Merry Christmas center that's going to be all strung out on jute twine. And I think I'm going to put it in the middle, and then I got 2021, which if I sell it, I'm going to show the buyer how to change out the year, because all it is a sticker, and that way they can change it out for each year they want to. And then they came with these metal pieces. Like I said, I'm going to use jute twine in between them and keep the metal pieces for other things, because they came with circles and hearts. So I'm going to kind of use the chains for when I do the hearts for Valentine's Day. But other than that, that's pretty much our wood projects for this week. We're still kind of getting everything together, and everything has to be done in sections and pieces. So the next couple weeks is going to be getting all these pieces put together. Each week I'll show you a little bit more about the Christmas, a little bit more about the farm stand that I'm working on. And once I get it figured out and exactly the way I want to tutorialize how to make it, I will, probably not next week because that's when I'll do the Christmas finishing, but the week after I will show you how to make one for your wall and how to finish it on the back so it looks professional, because it's right now it's a board and foam board, which I want to cover all this up and make it all the same. Right now she's spray painted white, but I think I'm going to need to go in with the Waverly chalk and really spruce up the white here and here, because most of this is going to get covered up and all of that's getting covered up. So I'm just going to spruce up what you can see. Also thinking on taking my Waverly chalk and doing a black stripe on the two, and then Waverly white in between so it kind of pops out too. But as far as wood projects, that's pretty much what we're working on. I know today is Sunday and everybody's like blah because they gotta go back to work tomorrow, but Tuesday we'll have our live, and then Thursday you will have my first wreath tutorial on 2 small different wreaths that you can make for any time of year, any rhyme or reason that you want to do them for. And then each week we're going to start doing, on Thursday we're going to do wreaths, different style wreaths for a little bit, because there's quite a few different styles that I do, and I want to kind of bring that to the forefront for you guys. I also sell my wreaths. I make them every, for the holidays, especially for 4th of July, Christmas, Thanksgiving, of course Halloween, can't forget Halloween. And then I also make a summer wreath and a spring wreath, which is just different flowers for the two. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep this train a chugging. It's kind of been moving slow here in the last week because of financial reasons, but it looks like things will get a little bit better soon. And once they do, you'll start seeing more and more wood projects. Like I said, this awesome company that makes 2x4s and 4x4s and all that fun junk was gracious to donate different woods. So once my little saw comes in next week, I'm going to start showing you how to cut them and make planks for whatever project you're doing, or building little fun things out of wood. And like I said, I don't do more than about a ½ inch of wood, because then it gets too hard for the wood to look natural when you're doing some kind of wood theme and all that stuff. So I stick to the small stuff. Y'all, take care of one another, love one another, hug one another, and definitely be kind to everyone.